The third rule says that your identifier should not be a keyword. So can I declare a variable which is same as a keyword? Which is a keyword now? Int is a keyword, if is a keyword, else is a keyword, while is a keyword. So let me declare a variable which is same as your keyword. So I am taking one keyword here, that is while. So variable name cannot be same as the reserved word or keyword. So I get an error here. The error clearly states that expected an identifier. Okay. So you cannot have keyword as a variable name. The fourth rule says that it must not contain white spaces. For example, suppose I declare a variable with a space like this, int number of houses. Is it valid? No. A variable name or an identifier cannot have spaces within itself. Okay. If suppose I want to differentiate the words, okay, I need to separate these words, I can simply put a underscore so that I could differentiate the words, but not a space. So your variable name cannot have a space. Let's go to the next token. The next token is constants and literals. Literals are those fixed values that the program cannot change. Okay? Throughout the execution of your program, this value will never change. For example, let me consider this same program. So which are the literals over here? 9. 9 is a literal, right? This value will not change. Once I run my program, this 9 will not change to 10. It is fixed. So also 100, right? Once I run my program, this value remains fixed, right? It will not change as you run your program, right? It remains 100 itself. So also 9.8, it's a double number. So this value will never change. So these are your literals. So also A is a character. It's a character literal, right? So this character will not change throughout your execution of your program. Okay. So this is an integer literal, 9 is an integer literal, 100 is an integer literal, 9.8 is a double literal, false is a boolean literal, character A is a character literal. Okay. So there are different types of literal. There is an integer literal, there is a floating point literal, character literal, string literal, boolean literal and special character literal. So some of the examples for integer literal are 212. It's an integer constant, integer literal. Okay. So the next example is 215u. Okay. Now if you see, if you observe this number carefully, I have appended a symbol u to this number 215, indicating that this constant value is a unsigned integer. Okay. Now suppose I have a number here 9. So what type of literal is it? It's an integer literal. If I want to represent a unsigned integer literal, I have to just put a symbol u. That's it. So now 9 is a unsigned integer literal or a constant. Okay. That means unsigned integer means it holds only the positive values. Can I hold a negative value? No. Right? Okay. The next integer literal is unsigned long integer. So if you want to represent an unsigned long constant, you can append this number with U and a L symbol, indicating that U is unsigned and L is long. Okay, if I do not give these two symbols after this number 9, it means that it is a normal signed integer. Okay, so we'll go to the next type of integer, that is hexadecimal integer constant. So if you are representing a number in a hexadecimal format, make sure that the constant starts with 0 followed by x. A hexadecimal number contains digits from 0 to 9 and characters from A to F. So if I consider this hexadecimal number, what would be the decimal equivalent of this number? Let us find out. The decimal number is F and 5. So let me take this decimal number, hexadecimal number F and 5, and let me convert it into decimal number. You know that a hexadecimal number contains 16 symbols, right? That is from 0 to 9 and letters from A to F. So totally there are 16 symbols. So what I do is I multiply each of the digit with the power of 16. Since 5 is in the unit position, I multiply it with 16 raised to 0. And F is in the 10th position, I multiply it with 16 raised to 1. So let us quickly do that. 5 is multiplied with 16 raised to 0, and this is again added with F into 16 raised to 1. Okay, what is F now? It corresponds to which number? It corresponds to number, let's see, A is corresponding to 10, B is corresponding to number 11, C is corresponding to number 12, D is corresponding to number 13, E is corresponding to number 14, and F is corresponding to number 15. So now I multiply 15 corresponding to F with 16 raised to 1. So what is this now? 15 into 16 would be 240, and this is added with 5 into 16 raised to 0 is 5 into 1, that is 5. So the total value here is 245. So the decimal equivalent of this number F5 is 245. So if I want to represent 245 in terms of hexadecimal number, I would represent it as F5. And if I am representing a hexadecimal constant, I would represent it by preceding it with 0 and x. For example, if I want to represent a hexadecimal number here, I will simply say, instead of writing 245, I will write here 0x F5. Okay, so this is a hexadecimal constant.